What represents the spring? It's the flower. It blossoms when the spring comes. How long is the spring? It leaves when the flower fades.
Welcome to my channel. The spring's coming, and for this city, each season has its special personality. Now today, I'm gonna show you guys the special route for this best season to watch flowers. Take the ride with me and let's walk slow and see. Chengdu is the city that based upon water, and this is our mother river, the Jinjiang River. In the UK, we have the Thames River. In Paris, we have Seine River. Here in Chengdu, we have Jinjiang River. Well, in China, you always find road named Binjianglu, Binhelu. That means like wherever near water, there's people live around it and it has a lot of entertainment around it. Mostly in these places, you'll find most parks and people tend to gather here to like spend their spare time. Same as here, we are walking along Jinjiang, this whole river, and see we have flowers above along this whole route. So what's your favorite flower? Did you see all those flowers growing from this tree called Pao Tong, Holomia? Wow, there's so many people taking photos.
That's okay, 那位置啊，你这个花还可以。
哎呀，哎呀，
搭配了刚才那个打牌的大姨。
哇，你好专业哦，感觉像专业的人。你平时就喜欢出来拍花花？
喜欢。真的成都花好多，还有那个现在有个那个五星城呢，油菜花漂亮。
这个是啥呀？你们晓不晓得这个是啥子？叔叔，这儿。
哟，
这个黄色的这个可可，
哦，那个喂雀雀的行了，
喂鸟粮。
也可能是。
Oh, it's for the birds. Someone put some food in here. How cute, thoughtful.
Chengdu is one of the top 3 cities of Chinese pet industries. Whether if it is domestic or wild, Chengduers have all shown their affections.
好乖哦。The Jinjiang River used to be the moat of Chengdu. Now it's being renovated into a Jinjiang Park. Has the greenway of the total length of 96 kilometers. And now it's using an ecosystem park belt that's connecting 13 parks. So there's more flowers. Look, these small ones. And you can see actually this is the house underneath them. People are, they're playing pokers and drinking tea down here. You can see people just chilling here, enjoying their afternoon, drinking tea, drinking coffee.
This is Wangping Binjiang Road, first slow walk district of the Jinjiang Park.
Even though it's not the weekend here today, it's the weekdays, but still a lot of people come here just enjoying their afternoon. They might be talking about business, or they're just enjoying their afternoon tea and chilling. And some of them even they take their laptop and just work here. As you can see, there's a lot of young people, couples, families, they enjoying their afternoon on this Binhe Road. Also like people just finished their work. As you can see on this street, no vehicles are permitted. It's a non-vehicle passing road. And also like inside it has diversified functions. So used to be a dual lane, as you could see. Now it's becoming, this one's for only bicycles and this is for pedestrians. And then further they building like the outside area that's being close to the water. You could like interact with our Jinjiang River just by taking photos or enjoying the view. And then inside you have this lane for like going to all these cafe and shops. So the Wamping String, its origin was Chengdu Jinjiang Mechanical and Electrical Factory. It's one of the oldest factory that imports these type of machines. Now it's been reconstructed, even though the location is in the center of Chengdu, but still some old residential buildings are being well preserved as the new shops are lining underneath it. So it's a perfect balance of the old and the new. Along this walkway, we're next to the Jinjiang River, and along it we have so cute dogs. We have all different types of shops. While watching flowers, you can do a lot more activities in this route. It's behind the 339 Tower and next to the alley called Xiangxiang Alley, which is a gathering place for young people. You have bars, cafes, and there's like hot pots, all different kind of stuff. After renovation, this district became very young. Even though the rent was twice as much as it was before, but still there's more and more shops that's been coming, settling down in here. And actually, the shops here are the things that really attract people to stay here. Hello, I'm the Berlin Bear. JW, which is the name for this shop, bring me from 13,000 kilometers away. Wow, 好喜欢肉桂 cinnamon， 它是可以吃的 edible like perfume, imported edible perfume. So this one smells like cinnamon. Here is a Japanese bakery shop, and their bread is really amazing. Come with me and let's take a look inside. Oh, there's some more. Oh wow. So here, the decoration is something I'm familiar and fond of. This whole decoration style is called wabi-sabi. There's wood and this plantation using like this rough vase. And look at the painting. This paint. As you can see, that this is like a wabi-sabi kind of painting too. And this plant, this plantation, Pieris, 马醉木. This is like a typical plantation for a wabi-sabi style house, and this is easy to be maintained. I used to have one of these ones. I just put it in a water bottle and leaves for like months.
因为总觉得多了点什么东西去。
要一个热美式吧。
好。
可以选咖啡豆豆啊。
可以。
我要
深烘，有浅烘。
深烘的嘛。
浅烘我不推荐。
我会选到想在望平街这边开店。
我觉得这边比较潮人比较多。这条街的话，因为他们现在是打造一个那个文创街。
打造一个文创街。
对。
So in here, this road, there's a lot of, trendy kids, fashionable, these KOLs, our beautiful people here, so you can see a lot of young people dressing nicely. They like to hang out here. And then here inside, there's like a vintage shop. I'm gonna take you guys inside after I get my coffee. Okay, let's go inside now. Vintage. Ooh. 哎，老板，我们这里面是卖
中古店，
古着的，中古的。It's a vintage shop. All these bags, vintage Fendi bag, 20 Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Oh wow, Chanel's. our locals like to wear vintage. Like I said, young people like a combination of new stuff and the old stuff. Oh, wow, here's a whole lot of collections of our vintage designer brands, as I say, but also like some vintage clothes, like non-branded. It's also popular because they like to feel like you're in the 80s or 90s. You're living like a vintage lifestyle, so you have to dress like vintage. It's really cool. I used to be a vintage fan. You're just deciding what to wear today. I'm going on an event. Maybe this is I'm going to wear. Okay, to match with this bag. Okay, let's go.
念完了。
掏耳朵，Rachel 要掏耳朵，Rachel 你想掏耳朵？是不是有好多人路过看到这两只狗狗
都会过来撸一下哈，
要顺便买个咖啡。I feel like the whole vibe of this street is really good. Back in Australia, I've never seen anything like that. There's like cafe shops, but it's like inside of like a shopping mall. You barely have like a whole street lining up with different cafes, restaurants, and you have, most importantly, here is like a street for young people, for people who like to hang out together here. You creative like this whole space. And that's something rare that I've only seen here in Chengdu, and I'm quite impressed by that. And in ancient time, along this Jinjiang River, there's like markets. Used to called 12月市. That means 12 months is market, meaning that in each month it has different products that's been selling in the market. For example, there's like perfumes, there's fans, there's medicines, a lot of different stuff. And nowadays in here, along this Wanping Street, we still have this type of market, but it's being upgraded, becoming like a cultural creative district that holds all these different markets. For example, they're selling rings. 哇，这个都是手工的戒指吗？
哎，对，手工。
你们是租的摊位吗？
啊，这是租的。对，以前是隔一星期有一次，然后现在是每天都有。
每天都有，然后下午你们一般几点钟开始啊？
下午3点到9点，就是这边有专门组织的，它是招一些那种，就是说本地的一些手工文创的产品。在古代，就是说有一个井，然后大家取水不方便，然后就围绕这个井，然后摆摊儿，然后设摊儿。然后就是慢慢就演变成了一种市井那种文化那种。
哦，市井的意思是这个，这个好看。
包子，
这个都是你做的是吗？
啊，对对对，这是我们工作室我自己做的。
哇，他自己做的，好棒哦！
调节好难受，
你看加点好生嘛，中国人加点嘛，比较新鲜些哈，这边重庆的是。
室内卧室客厅点的话，推荐是我们这边做的手工香，它的味道就很淡，没这么。
冰糖葫芦，来一切冰糖葫芦，要一个，谢谢。多少钱？ You can see from outside it's all like lively and crowded, but we have a bookshop hidden in here, and it's like a caved-like bookshop. Let's have a look. When I mentioned cave-like, this is what we call a cave-like. This is one of the significant photo taking place on this Wanping Street. Really beautiful. Bookshop, very quiet. While I was in Australia, I was studying traditional Chinese translation, 文言文翻译. Surprisingly, we have a lot of like foreign students in our class. They like Chinese and they want to learn traditional Chinese. They're doing pretty good, I have to say. because they've been like really hard working after class. They wait for the lecturer and they'd be like, what does this mean? What does that mean? And they've been like doing really good.
As you could see, all these chairs and tables are made of wood. And that's one special thing. This looks like a traditional, typical old type of chair, but it's actually being used in a modern bookshop. That's what I was talking about, the perfect balance between the old and the new, which like being very well demonstrated in here.
And next, I'm going to take you guys to see somewhere else. Also has these beautiful spring views. Let's go. So here we are. This lake is called Jinjiang Lake. It is one big lake in Chengdu. Look how big it is. But it is actually artificial. And this area, here we are, Kaohsiung district, now is the most prosperous and has a lot of foreign companies set its root here. But it used to be a farmland. And nowadays, this become like this whole area. We are here in Jinjiang Lake Park. And a lot of officers, when they finish their work, especially around like 5 to 6 p.m., they came here just for jogging to release all their stress from work. And also in the morning from like 8 to 9-ish, people come here to jog all the time. At this time, these beautiful flowers, it could be such a distraction and it's such a nice thing to watch while jogging. There's some flowers. Did you guys know what flower this is? I can find out what flower this is just by scanning it. So this small app on Alipay, you could just press scan and then 食物. So I'll take photo of these flowers. It's called 蝴蝶花. Look, there's so many birds on the trees and they're all like building their nests. Wow, so many. That could be at least like 100 to 200 birds on the tree. Oh, wow.
Chengdu, a packed city that connects with business and economy, but also the nature. It is our home and a place where animal loves to live in.
I found a vending machine in a park. This is something I've never seen in Australia. There's only trees and running tracks and that's all. So there's a lot of different stuff. In the meantime, people are like enjoying the park environment. We could see there's kayaking. Wow, it looks very professional and we could see a station over there. Let's go find out. 老板，你这是整啥子的呀？
我们这边是运动俱乐部，然后浪速运动水上运动俱乐部，然后这边的话是很多水上的一个运动项目，可以提供那个体验。
这是皮划艇吗？
啊，那就是皮划艇。
哦，然后还有这个是啥子呢？我看这个看好专业哦。
这个是赛艇，这个要专业一点，这个单次体验没办法，这是进行培训的。现在成都有很多企业的高管呐，还有学校17、19学校学生都在学这个项目，因为它在中国的话现在发展比较好。
好多钱呢，老板？
单人皮划艇的话68半小时。
68？对，
双人98半小时。
那我们整个1个小时嘛。You ready？ 哦。
沉到尽头。哎，对，好。
Wow, it's hard to keep balance. Okay. 是这样。There we go.
好，走两边。
好。拜。不要从这里只有1秒钟。喜不喜欢 ？See these flowers. Now I can watch the flowers while kayaking. How exciting and how beautiful. This you could only find. I could never like think of that one day I could watch these flowers in this way. And are they sakuras? They're really beautiful. Ah, very chill. Thank you guys for watching here this episode of Walking in Chengdu. This is Viki here. I'll see you next time. See ya.
Welcome back to another video. My name is Jason. We are in Chengdu city and this is the start of my 24 hours in Chengdu. And we are here in Qinglong Wetland Park. And now this is not just a normal park, right? This is a high technology, highly advanced, futuristic park. I feel like I'm in the future here. Hello, 小朋友，我可以吃一口吗？ Hello. Oh, hello. It's quite nice to be next to the lake and to be able to enjoy your birthday party. And you wouldn't expect that in a city like this, that you can come to a park that feels like you're in the countryside somewhere. And this is one of many parks in Chengdu that you can come and enjoy, just relax. It's the weekend and now I'm good to go. Wow. So you make sure that you run along these 3 lines here, and that's the best place for it to track you along these smart cameras that are tracking my every move. Okay, so let's check out the screen and see how many calories I did burn. Ah, wow, 300 calories, pretty good. Now this park here is closest park to the University Stadium games that will be taking place next year in 2022. So let's go head over there now to take a look at the ping pong tournament that's going on. Let's go take a look. Here is the 25th Chinese College Student Table Tennis Championship, which is the highest level of table tennis competition in China. Hello. Ni hao.
So I'm the volunteer here. Good morning.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Jason. Oh, so here's my ticket
yeah.
to get into the games, right? Okay, so let's go take a look.
Way.
Volunteers told me that Chengdu High-Tech Sports Center is a multifunctional gymnasium with a construction area of about 80,000 square meters. Brand new stadium, yeah, it's quite big. And how many people can this stadium hold? What's the capacity?
10,000.
10,000?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so our tickets here, and we're looking for our seats. We're gonna head inside now. So I go in here, right?
202.
Okay.
202. Okay.
Wow, look at this place. It is just huge.
And like an
Oh my
ocean,
god.
right?
Yes, I feel like, yeah, with the blue and it's like in the ocean.
Colorful.
Wow, and they're all playing ping pong here. Okay, so let's go and sit down. Now I'm really looking forward to next year's 2021 FISU World University Games. So not only Chengdu has the International University Sports Games Stadium, it also has here a place where inspired entrepreneurs to come and set up these kind of businesses here at Tianfu Software Park. This is the Silicon Valley of West China. You can see all the companies on the wall there, and they have many different offices here that the company can use. And then we're just passing through some of the other offices here. So each office is a different company. And so now we're here at one of these companies. Now this is a games company. Now let me just see if I can come in. Hello, ni hao, can I come in? Yeah. I can come in. And can you tell us what is this company that you're running?
We are a cross-platform game development team based in Chengdu.
Can I have a try?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what am I looking at here? It looks like a town?
This is a map.
The map of the town.
Map of the editor.
And usually in one day, how long are you working?
We are working hours from 10 o'clock from AM to 7 o'clock.
Oh wow, yeah, so quite long.
Yeah,
quite long hours when you need to get the game finished on time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because making game is have lots of fun. Lots of people is very good and they are talented.
Oh yeah. So they will inspire you as well to make some better games than you ever made before. So here we are at Xiaojiahe. So you can see here there's people enjoying just playing chess on a weekend. Maybe you can get your ears cleaned out as well. Traditional Chengdu ear cleaning. Enjoy a coffee, enjoy a tea. And tea culture is really soaked this city.
They make tea like one cup, just like one cup.
Wow, just look at this. I've never seen anything like it. It's in some kind of strange little basket here. You got coffee on a basket, have coffee, but it's combined. They put it in a tea cup, which is kind of strange. So let me have a little taste of it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good to enjoy on this sunny day, especially for tea. For thousands of years, people have enjoyed tea here in Chengdu, and usually it was the older generation. But now more and more of the younger generation is coming here along these streets, alongside the river, to relax and also enjoy a tea or maybe even a coffee too. If you were to ask a local Chengdu native here where you can find the best Chengdu street food, they're going to tell you to come here on this street, Huixinglo, and you can find all types of the best Chengdu delicacies. So there's so many different restaurants from so many different countries here that you actually don't need to go overseas. You don't need to leave China. You can just stay here in Chengdu and experience all those different types of food. So now I'm gonna head over and let me find a pizza place. Pizza man. Let's take a look inside. Wow. Hello. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Abby, right? Oh, I'm Jason. So you are the pizza man, right? So I would like to try some of your pizza. I must try it. Okay.
It's spicy, like.
It's hot in that kitchen. It's a tough life to be a chef. So it's all finished boiling now, so we have the ingredients. And so what is the next stage now, Abby? Flying the pizza dough up in the air. But obviously I'm not an expert, so I've got a little mini training dough here. Okay, hold on. Okay, press it down. Okay.
Yeah, press it and we'll give.
Mine looks awful. I don't know, what should I do with it? Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, just keep spreading it out.
And then it's coming, Jason.
Oh no. Oh no, okay. Now's the difficult part. Okay, like this. Just throw it up. Okay, let me try. Oh, not bad, right? Not bad. Okay, there we go. Wow, look at that. I'm a natural. I'm a natural. And then, whoa, should I do that? We're gonna add the ingredients. Gonna add all these ingredients here.
Combining spicy beef, quail eggs, bacon and other ingredients that almost never appeared on a pizza before into a Chengdu hot pot and then taking them out and putting them on a pizza. Although there are two different types of food, when combined together they're surprisingly great. More importantly, Chuan pizza mixes Western and Eastern cuisines, which I think is the perfect blend of the two food cultures.
So Abby, can you tell me where I can experience an authentic Chengdu nightlife?
Right now we have a new spot, One Pin Street.
Okay, I'll go and check it out and cheers. Cheers. It's 8 p.m. here on Wangping Street. It's nearby the city center also, and it is one of the must places that you must visit when you come to Chengdu. So I came to this place about 2 or 3 years ago, and it's completely transformed since when I came here. Look at this place. Look at all the LED light. It looks like some kind of cyberpunk future. Yeah, I mean, look here, someone's taking their wedding photos. Wow, beautiful. Wow. So you can just see all the different types of things you can do here. I mean, look over here, we have some alcohol here that you can drink, food that you can taste over here. And this place, the road is quite narrow. It's only 5 meters long and 100 meters in length. But this place is just hustling and bustling with life. It is an amazing place. I've never seen anything like it before. Hello, 你好，好吃吗？好吃。Some people just enjoying a hot pot there. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed this journey through Chengdu, and I hope that you've enjoyed it as much as I have. But now, unfortunately, this brings me to the end of my trip, and now I'm quite thirsty. I need a drink. So I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
만약에 외국인에게 중국의 역사 중에서 어느 시대를 가장 좋아하냐 묻는다면 아마 대부분이 삼국시대라고 말할 것입니다. 이 시대에 많은 영웅들이 배출되었고요. 사람들은 저마다 자기만의 삼국지의 인상이 있고 이야기가 있을 것입니다. 오늘 제가 여러분에게 한국인의 눈에 비치는 삼국지에 대해서 이야기해 볼까 합니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 김은주라고 합니다. 저는 청도에 온 지 한 20여 년이 다 되어가고 있고요. 저희 남편은 청도 사람입니다. 제가 여기서 가정을 꾸리고, 또 사천대학교에서 문학박사 학위를 받고, 그리고 여러 가지 활동하면서 요즘 제가 특별히 관심 있고 빠진 것이 바로 이 삼국지입니다. 제가 책을 하나 가지고 왔는데 번역한 책인데 여기 무사에 관한 책이고요. 원래 중국어 본이 있고 이거는 한국어판인데 제가 당시에 그 한국의 대통령에게 이것을 선물로 드렸을 때 삼국지에 대해서 모두 다 읽어보았다. 네, 이렇게 말씀하셨습니다. 저는 너무너무 좋아해서 이렇게 미엔카 여러분 이게 영카 이렇게 영카를 이렇게 이거 만들기 위해서 너무 노력해서 만들었을 때 제가 너무 좋아서 와 했습니다. 지금 조벽 앞에 왔는데요. 이게 중국식 특징이고 중국인에게 특징을 나타내는 사생활 보호와 그다음 실용적인 기능과 여러 가지 종합적인 좋은 특징이 있는 것으로 알고 있습니다. 이 무사 앞에 조벽은 이런 높이가 7.2m고 이 넓이가 12m고 저는 무사에 도착하면 이 조벽을 보면서 뭔가 더욱더 웅장하고 멋진 모습을 느끼게 됩니다. 이 조벽을 보게 되면 바로 우호츠에 도착하게 된 것입니다. 저는 연카드가 있습니다. 예, 그래서 언제든지 무사에 들어왔다 나갑니다. 연카드로 가겠습니다. 요즘 중국에는 다 한국어로 소개되어 있죠. 예, 그리고 일본어가 있습니다. 이 내용을 함께 보실까요? 성도 무사는 중국 최대의 삼국 유적 박물관이며 이미 1780년의 역사를 갖고 있다. 무사는 당나라, 송나라 때부터 이미 명성이 자자한 명소였으며 현존의 주체 건물은 청나라 강희제 11년에 증건 확장하였다. 주로는 해릉, 한소열며, 무사, 삼위묘 등 문물, 고 건물들로 구성되어 있다. 동측의 금리는 성도의 특색 음식, 특산물, 민속을 한 몸에 지니고 있고 삼국 민속 문화를 재현하였다. 네, 이렇게 자세히 써 있고요. 여기 문을 들어와서 이 건축물은 이 길을 따라서 가면서 양쪽에 이렇게 대칭의 구조로 있습니다. 이것이 이 중국식의 그 사묘 오예님의 그 특징이라고 할 수 있습니다. 삼국지 시대에는 220년에서 약 280년 정도까지 시기적으로는 굉장히 짧은 시대였지만 동한 말에부터 시작해서 그래서 삼국지 시대 사이에 위나라, 오나라, 총나라 이렇게 세 나라를 건설하기까지 많은 완전히 혼란과 전쟁과 많은 권모 실수로 나타나고 그 안에 많은 영웅들이 출연했습니다. 그리고 이 삼국지가 한국에 소개된 것은 조선시대입니다. 원래는 고려시대 말에 다른 소설이 소개됐고 약 1500년대쯤에 조선시대 초기 나관중에 쌍구인이 이 소설이 소개돼서 그 당시 조선시대 양반들, 선비들, 문인들에 의해서 많이 인기가 있었습니다. 한국에서도 지금까지 불후의 명작이 된 것입니다. 이 모우산은 아시다시피 현대적인 건축물이 아닙니다. 이전에 중국의 유명한 시인 두보가 760년에 여기에 와서 시를 읊었죠. 아주 유명한 승상은 어디에 있는가? 금강성 밖에 측백나무가 울창하네. 이쪽에는 명비가 있고 이쪽에서는 당비가 있고, 자, 이 당비는 당나라의 아주 유명한 제상인 배도의 문장과 유명한 서예가 유공작이 명장 노건이 비석에 글을 새겨서 또한 제갈 승상의 공덕을 기려서 삼절비라고도 합니다. 이 밑에 보면 이것이 1200년에 넘는 역사를 가지고 있어서 오랜 기간 풍식돼서 사실 이렇게 자연적으로 글씨가 지워지고 없어져서 나중에 다시 좀 보강한 것입니다. 명비가 있는데요. 자, 여러분 이게 보이시죠? 예. 여러분한테 물어볼게요. 이것은 무슨 동물일까요? 저도 옛날엔 거북이인 줄 알았는데, 그러니까 이게 거북이가 아니에요. 이것은 용의 첫째 아들 비희라고 합니다. 원래 비희가 좀 경거만동하고 난폭하고 이래서 비희를 얌전하게 이렇게 만들어서 이런 무거운 비석을 지게 해서 비희가 굉장히 착하고 얌전한 아들이 되었다고 합니다. 지금 얼문에 도착했습니다. 여기 현판을 보면 명량청고 네 글자를 합쳐보면 총나라의 신하들은 아주 군신과 아주 충성스럽게 맺어 있고 그 덕과 오래 간다. 당시에 유비는 47세 그리고 주걸량은 27세. 그런데 유비가 이미 옆에 막강한 무장들이 있었어요. 책사가 부족했어요. 사실은 유비는 황실의 후예라는 아주 작은 명분일 수도 있는데 그 명분 하나 외에는 아무것도 없는 사람으로 알고 있습니다. 그 창업하는, 이제 막 창업을 시작하는 스타트업 그런 기업인데 유비는 이제 막 시작하려는 거예요. 사실 한국의 박물관에도 여러 설명에 한자로 써 있습니다. 즉 한국도 한자 문화권에 속해 있기 때문에 우리도 한자로 표시되어 있고 그 한자의 뜻이 거의 다 비슷한 뜻입니다. 저도 어렸을 때부터 한자를 배웠고요. 이 출사표는 전 출사표와 후 출사표가 있어요. 주걸량이 227년에 북벌을 나가기 전에 그 당시 군주 유선에게 팔과 다리에 힘이 다할 때까지 이 나라를 위해서 싸우겠다 이런 말을 보면 이 출사표를 보고 울지 않는 사람은 충신이 아니다. 四可二表也不觉 레이시아 악비가 이 글을 쓸 때는 1138년이니까 주걸량이 북벌 나가기 전에 227년간은 약 900년의 차이가 있습니다. 그런데 이 900년이 흐른 다음에도 이 주걸량의 그 충성심이 우리 마음에 전해지고 그 후에도 많은 국가들이 생기고 없어지고 또한 많은 사람들이 와서 받고요. 문관당에 와 있습니다. 예, 이 문관당에 14분이 모셔 있고 그 반대쪽에 무관당에 14분이 모셔 있습니다. 여기에 모셔진 분들의 그 형상은 이전에 중국의 연극에서 비롯된 것이지요. 민간에서 연극을 통해서 많은 고대 역사 인물들을 전달해 오고 있고 그 형상을 만들어가고 있습니다. 자, 이제 유비전으로 가보겠습니다. 유비전에 와서 유비의 상이 보입니다. 이 유비상을 보면은 모사의 여러 조각상 중에서 제일 크고 길이가 약 3m이고 이쪽은 원래 유비의 아들 유선이 있던 자리이고 그런데 지금 여기는 위치가 비어있죠. 유선하면 떠오르는 대표적인 고사성어 러브스수 아시죠? 유선은 그 나라에 가서 볼모로 잡혀 있을 때 거기서 너무 즐거워서 이 총나라가 생각이 안 난다. 군주로서는 할 수 없는 대표적인 말을 남겼죠. 그래서 유선은 후에 사람들도 그를 존경할 수가 없고 조각상도 없고요. 우리 장비의 전해 왔습니다. 장비를 생각하면 왠지 저도 모르게 힘이 나는데요. 장비의 상을 보시면 얼굴이 검은색으로 되어 있죠. 이것을 많은 사람들이 궁금해합니다. 검은색은 중국에서 아주 맹렬한 기색과 용감한 모습을 상징하는 것이고, 나중에 중국의 희극에서 연극으로 할 때 장비가 원래 용감한 사람이라는 걸 표현하고 싶어서 이렇게 검은색으로 표현하게 됐다고 합니다. 셔펑요. 네, 아주 귀여운 우리 꼬마 친구인데요. 중국에서 이렇게 문에 지방이 있죠. 문지방. 예. 이 문지방이 한국의 건축에도 있습니다. 그런데 중국에서 이 문지방은 이게 높을수록 그 지위가 높다고 합니다. 넘기가 굉장히 높은 것이죠. 예. 그래서 이렇게 대돌이 필요합니다. 자, 여러분, 우리 관우전에 왔습니다. 네, 관우는 충의로 유명한 아주 충신이죠. 자, 여러분, 관우상을 보시면 제왕이 옷을 입고 있죠. 사실은 관우는 훌륭한 무장이었죠. 제가 처음 중국에 왔을 때 곳곳마다 가게마다 관우의 상이 있는 것을 보고 왜 그럴까 정말 궁금했습니다. 또 한 가지 중요한 것은 관우가 제왕뿐만 아니라 재물신에도 봉해져 있습니다. 진나라 상인들이 여러 군데서 상인을 행동할 때 어려움이 많았는데, 관우와 진나라 상인들이 고향이 같아서 관우 얘기를 하면 어려움도 풀리고 잘 넘어갔다고 합니다. 그래서 관우가 후세에 재물신이 됐다는 일화도 있습니다. 유비전에서 나와서 주걸량이 있는 무사로 갑니다. 예, 무사로 가기 전에 계단으로 되어 있어서 아래로 내려가게 되어 있습니다. 이것의 의미는 유비와 주걸량은 군신 관계이기 때문에 군주에 대한 예의를 표하기 위해서 아래에 위치해 있습니다. 또한 여러분, 저기 보시면 무후사라고 써 있죠. 예, 원래 우리가 아는 무후사는 바로 이것입니다. 네, 우리가 원래 대문으로 들어왔을 때 거기에는 한소열매라고 써 있고 여기가 무후사입니다. 왜 이럴까요? 예, 한소열매는 유비를 나타내고 무후사는 주걸량을 나타내죠. 그러나 무후사라고 불리우게 된 것을 보면 이 총나라의 백성들의 마음에는 주걸량을 군비인 유비 못지않게 더 존경하는, 오래도록 기리는 마음이 있는 것을 알 수가 있습니다. 여기 위에 민추 위주, 이 현판은 그 중국의 드라마 중에서 후궁견환전이라는 드라마가 있었습니다. 거기에 내용 중에 나오는 구어진 왕이 칭차오 때, 그러니까 청나라 시대 때 여기에 와서 이 그 제갈량의 공덕을 기리기 위해서 직접 친필로 쓴 글씨라고 합니다. 위에 보시면 대련에 공심이라고 쓰여 있습니다. 이 공심은 또 주걸량을 대표하는 문구이기도 하지요. 예, 마음을 먼저 공격하라, 이런 뜻인데요. 그래서 주걸량은 그렇게 했음으로써 정벌도 잘하고 사람의 마음을 먼저 움직이는 이 공심, 不选事几宽年觉悟后来之属尧选事. 네. 이 내용은 청나라 때 진번이 쓴 내용으로서 그 마음을 공략하고 또한 그 마음의 세력을 잡는 그런 의미인데, 일반적으로 정치인들이 여기에 와서 꼭 이것을 보고 그 의미를 새기는 그런 장소로 되어 있죠. 그래서 유명하답니다. 자, 여러분, 저 위에 대들보 같은 곳에 글씨가 8글자가 써 있는데 단방명지 영정치원이라고 써 있습니다. 그 뜻은 고요하고 깨끗한 뜻으로 평온이 널리 퍼지게 하라, 이런 뜻인데요. 제갈량이 아들에게 넓게 배우고 정신을 맑게 하고 자신의 성질을 다스리며 시간을 소중히 여기라고 알려준 것입니다. 이 말은 제갈량이 일생 중 얻은 깨달음인데 아들과 자손에 대한 제갈량의 바람이자 동시에 자신의 사상 행위에 대한 준칙이기도 합니다. 여러분 제갈량이 굉장히 이 조각상도 멋진 모습이죠. 역사 기록에 의하면 제갈량이 이 키가 약 9척에 달하는, 즉 요즘으로 하면 약 192cm 정도의 키도 크고 외모도 출중했다 합니다. 전해지는 역사 기록에 의하면 제갈량은 지식이 많고 기품이 있죠. 그리고 인덕도 있고 인품도 있고 또한 충성심도 있고요. 정말 완벽한죠. 그죠? 요즘으로 말하면은 남신, 남신급입니다. 제갈량은 발명을 많이 해서 발명가라고도 부릅니다. 여기 이 보이시는 것이 이것은 제갈고라고 하는 것인데요. 전시에 이렇게 돌려서 밥솥으로도 쓰고, 또한 급할 때 적군이 쳐들어왔을 때 이것을 두드려서 소리를 알리는 그런 두 가지 기능이 있습니다. 제갈량이 너무 성실해서 너무 열심히 일해서 일종의 과로해서 조금 일찍 세상을 떠난 과로사 같은 세상을 떠난 거, 그것이 안타깝습니다. 자, 여기 희신방이라고 써 있죠. 예. 부루 쇼시, 그 네 글자 중에서 시는 바로 이 시 글자이라고 합니다. 이것은 여기에 독특한 풍습 같은데요. 중국에 매년 정월 초 하룻날에 이렇게 희신이 있어서 각 방이 동서남북으로 그때그때 달라진다고 합니다. 그러나 청도에서는 특히 이 무사도 남쪽에 있고 해서 이 남쪽이 길한 방향이라고 해서 이쪽에 희신방이 있고요. 이 희신방에 와서 이 돌을 만지면서 가족의 안녕과 그 평안함을 기원하는데요. 자, 여기는 지금 유비의 묘인 해릉으로 가는 길이라고 합니다. 이 길은 이렇게 붉은 벽과 위에 대나무 숲이 어우러져서 아주 독특한 정취를 풍기고 있죠. 예, 이곳은 아주 유명해서 젊은이들이 사진을 찍으러 많이 오기도 하고, 한국에서도 여행 올 때 이곳에 와서 사진을 꼭 찍고 가고, 또한 많은 사진 작가들의 작품에 이곳이 많이 나옵니다. 네. 자, 여기 보이는 곳이 바로 유비의 묘 해릉이라고 합니다. 유비의 묘이지만 일반적으로 고대에서 그 종기의 낮음과 높음이 엄격하게 있어서 제왕의 무덤은 묘나 무덤이라고 하지 않고 능이라는 말을 한다고 합니다. 예. 그리고 해릉은 제왕의 능치고는 비교적 작은 편입니다. 높이가 약 12m이고 둘레가 180m입니다. 사실 제왕의 묘치고는 굉장히 작은 것인데, 비교적으로 말하면 중국의 징시황이 묘는 이 둘레가 약 1700m 정도라서 유비의 묘 180m의 약 10배 정도의 규모입니다. 이것은 유비가 그 죽을 때 비교적 검소하게 묘를 만드는 그런 풍습을 만들려고 했던 것입니다. 유비는 굉장히 검소하게 보장, 묘를 간단히 만드는 것을 했고, 실질적으로 진귀한 품이 없어서 피해는 없다고 합니다. 여러분 지금 진리에 와 있습니다. 예, 이 진리는 무후사 바로 옆에 있는 길입니다. 청도가 금강성이라고 불리고 있습니다. 왜 그럴까요? 옛날에 유비가 청도의 경제를 살리기 위해서 촉금을 만들어서 수출을 하고 그런 유래에서 비롯됐다고 합니다. 그래서 이 무후사 밖에 있는 찔리는 금을 만들던 공방이었습니다. 이것은 지금 양식이 청나라 말의 민속의 그런 양식으로 지어질 것입니다. 아무튼 이 찔리는 많은 젊은이들에게 인기도 있고 관광객들이 많이 알고 있습니다. 한국 사람들도 여기에 다 많이 다녀갔습니다. 네, 여러분, 오늘의 이야기는 여기까지인데요. 앞으로도 청도의 여러 가지 색다른 모습에 관심을 가져주시고 흥미가 있으신 분은 저희 청두 플러스에서 많은 준비를 할 테니까 지속적으로 관심과 응원을 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
Stadt. Straße. Jahrhundert. Bild.
This exhibition, named The Southwest Now and Then, a Sino-German photography dialogue, features photographs of Southwest China taken a century ago by a German couple. At the beginning of the 20th century, Fritz Weiss, a German diplomat, came to China. During the 13 years from 1904 to 1917, he traveled around southwest China with his wife, recording in words and images what he saw and heard at the time.
Von weitem schon hörte man das Tosen der Stromschnellen, in die das dumpfe Trommeln, das Singen der Tracker, der antreibende Ruf der Bootsleute drang. Vor dem langsam stromaufwärts fahrenden Boot schoben sich die Felswände wie Kulissen von uns auseinander, überboten sich an Großartigkeit und Schönheit, ragten finster zu beiden Seiten des Stromes empor, gaben aber auch den staunenden Augen immer wieder die herrlichsten Augen.
In the spring of 1912, Fritz Weiss and his wife Hedwig Weiss sailed upriver from the Yangtze River, arrived in Chongqing by water, and then went overland to Chengdu. After the thrills of passing the Three Gorges, the couple settled down in the beautiful and fertile city of Chengdu, where they lived for 3 years. After experiencing the city firsthand, the Weisses wrote these words in their manuscript.
Chengdu ist eine wohlhabende, saubere und selbstzufriedene Stadt.
Their granddaughter, Tamara Weiss, later compiled the Weisses' manuscripts and images into a book and published it in China in 2009. These precious photos have attracted the attention and struck a chord with many Chinese and foreign readers.
Ich bin Thorsten Schumann, ich komme aus Deutschland und ich kam vor 1,5 Jahren nach Chengdu. Ich bin ein künstlerischer Fotograf. Weiss und ich sind beide deutsch oder kommen aus Deutschland und leben in Chengdu. Das ist schon eine große Gemeinsamkeit und die Leidenschaft für die Fotografie und für die Menschen in China, das teilen wir natürlich. Natürlich bin ich sehr neugierig über die Lebensverhältnisse damals und natürlich auch das Leben der Familie Weiss und ihre Geschichte. Was war ihre Geschichte? Was hat sie nach China gebracht? Warum sind sie oder haben sie in China gelebt? Was haben sie in China gemacht? Wie haben sie die Menschen wahrgenommen?
German photographer Schumann decided to take this book, Yesterday in the Land of Ba and Shu, as a walking guide to see Chengdu in through Weiss's lens.
Oops.
The photos taken by Weiss are an old street near their residence in Chengdu. But 100 years have passed and the streets have changed. He decided to ask a local friend in Chengdu for help.
Nice to meet you. Good to see you. Maybe you could help me to find this place.
The street has long since changed over time, and to find the old street, clues can only be found through peeling back the layers. Can they ever hope to find it?
这个地方叫东南里。东南里呢，就是说这个地方实际上现在它这个里面还保留了一种老房子。在卫视的这一组照片呢，其中有一张合影的这么一张照片，背景和这个建筑风格非常的类似，包括它的这种灰色的砖，它的这种开窗以及仓库的样式非常相似，实际上就可以想象得出来。 原来卫视住的这个成都的这些建筑的风格跟样式。
Based on clues from these photos, Feng Hui took Schumann to find similar houses and buildings in this alley.
Mm. 大概哈，我们根据这个照片来判断，我们所要寻找的街道，大概就是这一带。Yes.
Like I feel like 100 years ago. Ich habe gerade ein Bild aufgenommen, weil ich glaube, dass es sehr ähnlich ist. Diese Stelle sieht fast genauso aus wie auf dem Bild, was von der Familie Weiß vor 100 Jahren aufgenommen wurde. Und ich kann mich richtig in das Gefühl hineinversetzen, wie es vor 100 Jahren war. Es ist sehr ähnlich und hat sich gar nicht so viel geändert. Vielleicht habe ich die Straße gefunden, wie im Buch. Das sieht ziemlich ähnlich aus. Thank you so much for your help. Without your help, I would not be able to find this street of the picture of Family Weiß. I have one last question about another picture. Okay. But this picture, what is it?
从这个桥梁的局部来看，有可能是这个比如说是万里桥啊、九眼桥啊。建议呢，你可以实地到九眼桥去看一下。
Hier im Buch von Hedwig und Fritz Weiß sehen wir die Jinjiang-Brücke und natürlich auch der Fluss, der Jinjiang-Fluss im Hintergrund, und beides hat sich nicht geändert. Also der Ort, die Brücke ist immer noch am gleichen Ort, der Fluss fließt wie seit vor 100 Jahren an derselben Stelle. Genau, es ist deutlich zu sehen. Im Buch von Hedwig und Fritz Weiß heißt es: Auf dem Wasser in Chengdu, vor dem Brückenpfeiler Europäer in heller Kleidung im Kanu. Der Fluss hat sich überhaupt nicht verändert und auch die Brücke ist am selben Ort. Aber an beiden Seiten des Flussufers hat sich sehr viel geändert. Ich habe gerade ein Bild aufgenommen und man sieht natürlich, ringsherum sieht es anders aus, aber der Fluss hat sich nicht verändert. In der Welt gibt es natürlich viele Flüsse, zum Beispiel in London die Thames, in Paris die Seine und in Chengdu ist es der Fluss Fu und der Nan-Fluss. Beide sind zusammen benannt als der Jinjiang-Fluss, dieser Fluss. Und ich laufe jetzt in Richtung der Lan-Brücke.
The two rivers around Chengdu, the Fu River and the South River, were known as the two rivers in ancient times and were the golden waterways from Chengdu to the coastal areas of China. Four days later, the German photographer Schumann took more than 100 photos in the streets and alleys of Chengdu. As the exploration of Weiss's manuscripts and photos continued, Schumann became more curious about Weiss's story, and then at one point, Schumann had an idea.
Die Nachfahren der Familie Weiß, zum Beispiel Tamara Weiß, gab es eine Namensänderung. Bin ich auch sehr gespannt, warum und wo die Nachfahren der Familie Weiß jetzt leben. Es wäre sehr spannend zu erfahren, auch zu erfahren, ob sie mehr wissen über die Familie Weiß damals. Bin natürlich auch sehr gespannt, ob die Nachkommen und Nachfahren der Familie Weiß überhaupt schon mal in China waren. Waren sie schon mal in Chengdu? Ich weiß es nicht. Es wäre natürlich toll zu erfahren, wie sie die Änderungen, die es auch in Chengdu gab und gibt, wie sie diese Änderungen wahrnehmen. Ob sie bestimmte Vergleiche zu historischen Aufnahmen ziehen können. Also es würde mich sehr interessieren.
Schumann decided to ask Chengdu Plus for help, hoping to find the descendants of Mr. and Mrs. Weiss and tell them that the photos of their ancestors from 100 years ago are still being circulated in Chengdu, China. But the world is so big. Where in the world would the Weiss's descendants live now? Chengdu Plus quickly launched a global search through its overseas networks and finally found Ramon Weiss, the grandson of Mr. Weiss, who is now living in Stockholm, the capital of Sweden. Chengdu Plus sent urgent calls to action to its global circle of friends and commissioned a well-known local documentary film crew from Stockholm, Sweden, to go to the site as a special messenger to record the story of young Weiss and capture the moment.
Now we're here in beautiful Stockholm, and we're invited by Chengdu Plus channel, and our mission is to get a hold of Mr. Weiss' grandson, Mr. Wiss. So let's find out where Mr. Wiss lives.
Chengdu Plus arranged a special meeting for them even though they were across the ocean, so that the German photographer Schumann could personally deliver his elaborate collection of these 100-year-old images.
Wirklich? Ihr habt Nachkommen gefunden von der Familie Weiss? Wie geht es Ihnen? Wer ist es? Wo leben Sie? Wie alt sind Sie? Was machen Sie? I think this is the street where Wiss lives.
The meeting between the young Mr. Weiss and Mr. Schumann is about to start. 7,000 kilometers from Chengdu in Stockholm, Sweden, Chengdu Plus special messenger came to the home of the young Mr. Weiss.
Hello, is this Mr. Wiss?
Hello, yeah, that's me speaking, yes.
Yeah. We're from Chengdu Channel Plus, and we're here to talk to you about your grandfather and your grandparents.
Is that so?
Mr. Weiss.
That is a surprise.
Yeah. And we have some pictures that we want to show you from Chengdu.
Very interesting. Yeah. So, please come in. Thank you. Please.
Although he is called the young Weiss, Mr. Ramon Weiss is 69 years old this year. Before he retired, he was the vice president of the Royal Institute of Technology in Sweden and a professor of theoretical nuclear physics.
So this is the first surprise. It's the pictures that Mr. Schumann took from Chengdu, and these pictures are inspired by your grandparents.
Fantastic. Okay. Wow, I have to look at them. Let's see. Really exciting. So, the same bridge that my grandfather took a photo of in his photos from the Chengdu. And this appears to be the same bridge, even though nowadays it has a construction upon the bridge, but the lower part is exactly the same.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, it's so good to meeting you. Leben Sie in Stockholm?
Ja, ich lebe in Stockholm.
Ja, das ist toll. Was arbeiten Sie in Stockholm?
Ich bin im Augenblick ein pensionierter Professor, das heißt ein Professor Emeritus. Ich habe auch einen Auftrag von chinesischen Universitäten. Ich bin Gastprofessor bei 2 Unis in Sichuan. Bei der University of Sichuan unter anderem, aber auch bei der University Shanghai Taotong. Ich habe also gewisse internationale Kontakte, aber auch Forscherkontakte mit Kollegen in China, mit denen ich in sehr guten Kontakt stehe dauernd. Ja.
The Royal Institute of Technology, with a history of nearly 200 years, is one of the largest engineering schools in Sweden and the largest polytechnic school in Northern Europe. Like his grandfather, Mr. Weiss has a lot of connections with China, and from 2003, Ramon Weiss visited China several times on behalf of the Institute, taking the opportunity of university cooperation and exchange. What is even more amazing is that, similar to his grandfather's experience, Mr. Ramon Weiss has also visited Chengdu and became a visiting professor at Sichuan University in 2018.
Also es würde mich ja sehr interessieren, ob Ihre Großeltern Geschichten zu erzählen haben von der damaligen Reise.
Ja, natürlich. Also das hat ja vor allem meine Großmutter. Mein Großvater habe ich ja nicht so viel erlebt. Ich war da 5 Jahre, als er starb. Aber mit meiner Großmutter hatten wir sehr großen Kontakt. Und sie natürlich erzählte viel von China. Sie hatte auch zu Hause viele kleine Gegenstände, die aus China stammten. Das waren kleine Buddha-Figuren, das waren kleine chinesische Schuhe, die man sich damals noch trug, und eben viele andere Sachen, was natürlich unsere Neugierde sehr erweckte damals von meiner Schwester und mir. Und sie schrieb ja auch Kinderbücher, meine Großmutter, oder Bücher für Jugendliche, die das chinesische Leben der damaligen Zeit zum Thema hatte.
So this is from my grandmother, one of her first impressions from China, a book about the small Chinese boy Li. And it contains several shorter stories from her time in China when they came to China, and it was written after their return to Germany. And as a child, we were very much impressed about all the stories she told from China. And of course, beautiful drawings in this book. And it was a gift to my sister, and later it was passed on to me. Okay, so these are some figures that my grandparents got while being in China, or collected. They collected quite a number of items. And I'm not sure which dynasty, whether it's Ming or Tang dynasty or maybe even later Qing dynasty, but these are some figures he collected. And of course some more statues, so they have these kind of teapots, which are probably not so old. The kind of other statue here is a little bit older, and it has a history that...
Es wäre toll, wenn Sie nach Chengdu kommen würden oder bald nach Chengdu kommen würden. Also wir hier würden uns sehr freuen, Sie in Chengdu begrüßen zu können.
Ja, wir können ja schon mal erstmal Kontakt auf WeChat machen.
Na klar.
Doch, gerne Sie kennenlernen, wenn ich nach
Ja, das
Chengdu komme.
ist ja toll, freut mich sehr. Freut mich auch sehr, dass wir miteinander sprechen, und ja, sehr sympathisch, sehr nett, sehr offen. Bye bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Bis bald mal.
Auf ein richtiges Wiedersehen in Chengdu beim nächsten Mal.
Ja, das wäre toll.
For Schumann and Ramon Weiss, the story of the Weisses in Chengdu 100 years ago was like a small seed buried in their hearts that had taken root and sprouted. 100 years later, the seed had grown into a huge tree, and with the same images and the same people, that same Sino-German friendship that had sprouted in the last century will carry on in the city of Chengdu.
So it's now more than 100 years ago, my grandfather, he came there with his new married wife to Chengdu. And he of course planted a seed of love to China also in my heart through his photos and his stories and my grandmother's books. And upon returning to Chengdu, it's a very nice place to be there and see the tremendous changes the city has undergone, but also see some of the historic remains that you still can visit. Having also been invited, being a guest professor at Sichuan University, I hope of course to be able to soon come there back again, and I think it was inspiring that the work of my grandparents led to better understanding between the cultures, and this is still very important nowadays, that we keep an open mind and keep open relation between our countries, between Europe and China, well and alive.